Hello. It's sort of dark. I'm outside, so you can see that it's 70 degrees today. Um, see, like the times growing. Anyway, I got a little down because our webcam upload will no longer be available after January 16th, 2016. So with the YouTube like upload, so I guess I have to just record it another way. Maybe there won't be any more after that. We'll see. But it won't be a feature or part of this like anymore. But talk about climate change. Um, so um, and right now, as you can see here, it's December the 13th, Sunday, and it's 70. Yesterday it was sunny and 75. It started off it's cloudy, and which it burned off by 11. Well, linger a little longer. The cloud did. We do have a coal plant over here. Um, but it's been warm. I heard it was warm up in Pennsylvania where my sister is, and in New York also. It's going to be is going back up in the 65s um, uh, uh, Monday, Tuesday, and dropping down in the 40s at night, supposedly next week. But we're supposed to have some rain. I think we had some slight showers this morning, and it looks more smoggy but than overcast. But you know, uh, air quality is all right. Um, well, so bummed they're gonna get rid of this off of YouTube. Ah, c'est la vie. And I had downloaded some movies and about a Robert Welch, and we all remember Welch, Grape Juice, and company. I don't know. I believe one of the founders had passed away. Um, in the 77 or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, as Welch, he talks a lot about the structure and the politics behind government. Um, and he talks about how let's just say, for instance, hypothetically, uh, uh, families that known war all their life and was good survivors and was able to accumulate um, money and riches from left behind by the death the cartilage of human beings. And they got this, say, in a position to where they decided to have a think tank. And let's just say they started off with 11 people in this think tank, and there were 11 people that had lots of wealth, and and they was able each one to get 11 wealthy people also into their groups. So like, cause they were all from different areas and got and they only use people with great money and everything. And their whole objective was to feed, clothe, and house uh, the world in such a way that they were dependent on them through uh, a form of like slavery. Because if they controlled the transportation, if they controlled the utilities, if they control food, the clothing, if they were the manufacturers, if they're the ones that build the bridges, because they had the money to finance it. Like to say, like there was like, say they were the Federal Reserve. This guy talks uh, in such a way that uh, it, he explains the whole situation and who has the money the response. See, it's by taking the responsibilities out of every average person in our community. And one of the ways of taking the responsibility out is like, say, for instance, we have the propaganda about boys don't know how to be men, um, um, and so they need a mentor. Um, uh, or you don't feel secure, you hear a noise, call 911. Uh, you know, um, and and so anyway, but um, so your response is like your kids, you hand your kids over to the schools and you guys go to work. It's not like it's the schools are run by a bunch of concerned mothers that are not only involved in training their kids, uh, but also have maybe a second job to also go to. So, um, which is the problem now. Women do have to really work out of the home. So anyway, it's very interesting. There's a few of them I downloaded into different sites. Um, so I guess I feel bad because I never did get no subscriptions. The most important also by controlling the education system, and I found one thing one topic that was very interesting, that he was talking about having sex education in the school, which was like the last frontier of like really eliminating it have responsibility. And I remember this guy, he adopted these kids, and he was um, going to tell me all about how his talk he was going to have. Um, the girl basically, if you get pregnant, you got to go or whatever. And yeah, and we were out there one day, and these dogs were the bitch was in heat, and there was like other dogs, and I yelled at his son because I'm letting my girls learn, how to be a female. I'm like, there's a big difference between a female a human and a female dog. I mean, it's not the same thing because you know they anyway. Going back to now, like the I think the oldest one is just like maybe in her 20s, and the second kid, the youngest one has a kid, and there's no man there. So, but and because like so that's like the you depended on outside people to raise and teach your kids, and basically you had handed it over to some pedophiles and narcissistic people. Um, and then like because they're the ones with the money or whatever, they can hire people because they have the money. They own the company. You can imagine like if they had saw the world as a monopoly game mixed in with a risk game. And and then not only that, with their money also they wanted to also to control the schools, to control the police, the courts, the laws that are written, and they have like bragged on the point they have a third of our government in their pocket, and that was at 1977. So. Which was approximately 4,400 something at that time, people that was representing them in different government positions, be it on a local level, a mayor, a fire department chief, all the way up to the Senate. Well, anyway, as you can see, uh, I am about exhausted, but I just wanted to do a video. Um, so there's something to think about the climate change, something to think about. Is our education system really need to be fixed? Uh, do our justice system need to be fixed? Um, is money being siphoned out of American citizens' pockets? Are representatives in Washington representing us uh, to cause us to have a more profitable and productive children come up in our society, or Are we just housing more people in jail and they're making profit off of it? Yeah. Anyway, so my thoughts are that we can change things. We might have to have think tanks. There might be some people that are with melon that has as much money as those other ones started off with. And you're right. There was a certain unity that they had, and I think that that it won't be long to with the type of oppression and the type of way that we're being governed that we'll be so hungry and we'll be so dire need that we won't have a choice, or it'll be too late. The planet will be dead. One or the other. It's time for a change.